Hello and welcome to my presentation about shopping. In the last 20 years, consumer shopping behavior has changed significantly. In this day and age, shopping is more important than, for example, taking a walk in the woods or in the park. Wearing the latest clothes is getting more and more important. Many young females are particularly fixated on looking good and following the latest trends. But why is shopping such an important element of people's life? We have become a generation of shopaholics. We are bombarded with advertising which persuades us that the more we consume, the better our lives will be. But is that really true? It's important to question the different advertising messages, and it's our duty to recognize which items we really need in our lives and which are unnecessary. However, there are not a lot of people who can stand against the power of ads. Especially in the young generation's eyes, shopping is fun, helps them to establish their identity, and makes them happy. Pictures of celebrities carrying dozens of designer bags show that consumerism is ubiquitous. Kids want to be as popular and beautiful as celebrities, and as a consequence of this, it is becoming more and more important to wear the latest clothes and to consume more than needed. Today, shopping is really no longer about buying what we need. It's all about status, identity, and meaning in our lives. What are some other reasons why people buy such vast amounts of things? One aspect is that items can be offered at very low prices, because they are produced in underdeveloped countries. The people there work under bad conditions and get terribly low wages. 50 years ago, there were also rich people who spent a lot of money on unnecessary things. But since the prices have gotten lower, more and more people have been able to afford excessive consumption. Now the question arises if it is good for a country if a lot of people consume a lot. For the economy of a country, consumerism is on the one hand a good source of income, but on the other hand, the society and the environment also suffer from it. Not a lot of people care that shopping can kill the planet. Nearly everyone buys things not because they are necessary, but to demonstrate one's status. For example, some people buy food without having in mind a meal where it will be needed. Their only thought is, we might eat it this week, and if we don't, we will throw it away. This is the reason why the amounts of waste we generate are getting bigger and bigger. Many people throw away their own body weight in rubbish every 7 weeks. If all people in the world consumed at the same level, we would need 2 new Earths to supply all the energy, soil, water and raw materials required. So are there any possibilities to stop the rampant consumerism? Yes. Customers should choose a greener lifestyle. For example, one company has saved 350 million plastic bags since last July by offering club card points for people who reuse bags. Such projects should be offered more by the shops. In addition to that, consumers should buy more responsibly. In some countries there is a Buy Nothing Day, which reminds people to shop less and live more. It is very helpful for some people to think about their own shopping behavior. Such a day should be observed in every country to curb consumerism. Also, there are websites that encourage people to exchange unwanted goods rather than throwing them away. In my opinion, this could be a start in a better direction. But what does it mean to be a responsible shopper? There are 3 golden rules to be a responsible shopper. Buy only what you need, try to be environmentally friendly, and if you know a company is using sweatshops, then don't support them by buying their products. Another question is, what is the basic message of most types of advertising? The basic message of advertising is that shopping will make our lives better. Advertisement tries to suggest to us that shopping fulfills us and is part of our identity. It makes us believe that we will receive rich emotional rewards for buying large amounts of goods. That's what leads to the excessive shopping behavior so typical of our society. Ads manipulate people. A final point is the difference between men's and women's buying behaviors. Many women are happy when they can spend time shopping. They like the ambience, for example the glass escalators and the music, and are happy to try things like perfume or clothes. For them it is wonderful to look at the latest clothing and accessory collections, or to discover the latest shoe trends. They sample a perfume on their way to another section in the shop and maybe make a purchase, and their day is saved. For many women, shopping is relaxing, maybe even a leisure activity or a hobby. The opposite of this quite typical female shopping pattern is most men's shopping behavior. For many men, shopping is a mission to go into a store and find the required item. They don't look at other items like women do. No, searching the targeted item and fleeing as quickly as possible is the only thing they do. If a store clerk comes and tries to force the most expensive article on the customers, women react more strongly. Men may simply buy the item because they are unwilling to look for a cheaper one. Other aspects are of much greater importance for men who go shopping. The availability of parking, whether the item they came for is in the stock, and the length of the checkout line. This is typically somewhat less important for women. If they want this particular item, it doesn't matter how long the queue is. But in fact, women and men can't be judged in general terms. Every person is an individual, so it might be true that more girls than boys like shopping in general, but times are changing and have changed. There are girls who hate shopping and boys who love shopping. There is no right or wrong. It depends on the person, not on the gender. Thank you for listening to me.